Hey, how are you all doing today? I'm so excited to be in your midst today. I hope you're all doing great. This is Charles Tambou, boom, the boss of the global bosses. I'm uh, I'm a trainer, I'm a coach, I'm a two-star director with Longrich Power Science International. I became a star director in 11 months, and I went from nothing to something. I I glean from the stories of people who have had success in our business, because those are the stories that encourage me to build my business. And that's why I set up this program to make people hear from these leaders one-on-one, tell their stories, so as for you to learn from them and also do what they are doing. You know, if you do what successful people are doing, you will surely become successful in your business. So who is joining us? Tell us where you're joining from. You know the ritual. Share this video. Click if you have shared this video, type shared in the comments, so that we'll do a shout out to you, everybody. Today I'm well kitted today with my Longrich cap. We're talking about Longrich. This is one of my team members' uh, name, Opulent Flourichers. Is under the global bosses. So uh, and this is his t-shirt. You know, when you are in a business, when you have leaders, you get gifts, different kinds of gifts. So that's what I got. So I'm seeing one girl, Claire from Zambia. I can see you. How are you doing today? My pride value, how are you from Yewanda? Tell us where you're joining from. I can see Lekki Obane. Grace, I can see you. Thank you for sharing, Claire. Thank you for sharing. Click on share. Yewande, thank you for sharing. Tell us where you're joining from and share this video. Joanne from Enugu, Eno from Abuja, Ineka, thank you for sharing. Click shared, click shared. And if you're on YouTube, copy the link and drop on your WhatsApp group. Copy the link and drop on your group. Istabel, Benson, Olayinka, welcome. Welcome. Tia from UK. How are you? Olayinka, I know you're from UK. It's a regular face. Welcome, everyone. Let's go viral with this video on social media. Everybody needs to see what is happening in the company now. Lots of success stories, and we're still sharing some success stories with us. I hope my face is bright. So, Joanne, thank you for sharing. Grace, thank you for sharing. Keep sharing. Patient. Then the next thing you need to do is tag your team members. Adisa, how are you? Adisa, Disruptor, how are you? Uh, Rishi from YouTube, how are you? And so click share, copy the link, share on your group, because this is another amazing story. This is someone, when I came on board this business, I saw his training on YouTube, or I think on YouTube. It was one of those trainings I listened to go to really understand my business, and since then I've also attended one of his training. I think in the head office. He's a trainer. He's someone who has really helped a lot of people in this industry, in this company called Longrich, and we're super excited to have him here. So I'm going to be introducing him now, but you need to do the needful. Keep sharing this video, keep sharing, and also share. Also, keep sharing. Tag your team members. Tag them. They need to be part of this. Everybody needs to be part of this. They need to be part of this. Everybody needs to be part of this. Now, we have SD, Star Director Daniel Ekwere, the bachelor degree holder the in Business Administration, Lagos State University, network marketing professional. Is the CEO of Left Swift Longrich Synergy Global Limited, brand partner of Longrich International, one-star director, multiple car awardee, multiple all-expense paid trip qualifier, consulting trainer, and has produced many achievers and leaders on the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, with fire emoji, help me welcome a don in the profession, a trainer, someone who has really helped so many people in this business, SD Daniel Ekwere. Welcome, boss. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm very well. The boss itself.
you're my hot seat today. Who wants to be who, who wants to be a billionaire in dollar seats?
Wow.
well,
I mean,
well done. I like your suit.
oh yeah, thank you. I mean, thank you. It's from Longrich weekly bonus. You know,
Is everything Longrich, yeah?
honestly speaking. Wow.
So, when we just have to get started now as they do the sharing and can see a lot of fire emoji going up and the comments and the you are someone who is very active in this business and I really admire that about you. Then you have also helped people in this business. I know you're also skeptical joining this business at a time. So I want today we are going to hear everything. Not all the half story we hear out there now. We are hearing from you directly now. Before you joined Longrich, were you in network marketing before? Without mentioning the name of the company, tell us how was your journey? How did you get started in network marketing? Was it a profession you liked? And what got you to join Longrich?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, boss. Boss of the global bosses. And for this very rare privilege. I'm so honored to be invited on this program. I've always watched this program, seen a lot of top leaders, drop nuggets and you interview them, and we hear about a lot of amazing story. Actually, I came across network marketing in 2014. All along my life, I never knew anything existed as network marketing. Though
Wow.
I've known some companies way back. I don't want to mention names, who were doing
Yeah,
stuff like this. But I never knew that there was a system that people can actually plug
yeah.
into, which is actually network marketing. So I didn't know about it. And not only 2014, I was first introduced to it by SD Manuel, 3SD Manuel Eduro, and I arrogantly rejected it. Arrogantly.
Arrogantly.
Yeah. Because,
What were you into then? What were you doing then?
okay, well, as a young man who wanted to make a difference in his own world and living in Nigeria and without traveling abroad, because we always believe that we can make money because we always believe that we can. But I was actually into property consultancy. I was doing sales in property, and that was in that same year. And I was doing very well though in the sector. But I got tired at some point whereby you have to, keep making sales to earn a living. You keep going back to chase. You keep chasing every time, and money doesn't come in like the way you want it. There's always expenses to take up every little money you've made. Even if you make
Yeah.
£1 million, you have an expenses that is going to take that's going to be demanding about 1.5 million. So it wasn't what I wanted. It was a life of pressure. You just keep living under pressure, financial pressure. You can't even buy a good car, even if you have 1 million, because you keep calculating. You don't know when the next one is going to come. So I was in that state before the Longrich opportunity came my way.
Wow, wow. So you joined Longrich. When did you join?
Actually, I signed up in Longrich in 2014. Though I rejected it, I wasn't ready. I didn't even know what I was doing. But I think the Holy Spirit told me that after praying and fasting for so many years, looking for breakthrough, the Holy Spirit actually
Mm.
advised me to sign up. So I signed up in 2014, but I didn't do anything until 2016.
You didn't do. You signed up 2014. You didn't do
Yeah, I didn't
anything
do anything.
until
Yeah, till
2016.
20,
You allowed 2014 to fly,
honestly
2015 to
speaking.
fly. Then 2016, that was when you took the business serious.
Yeah, sure.
So
2016 was when.
how were you signed up? Let me tell us how you were signed up because how you were signed up might help someone also to sign up some people that way. So tell us how you came on board. How were you signed up?
Okay, actually, at the time of I signed up a Longrich, I also had a business I just started then. which was fish farming. I went into fish farming, because I've tried so many stuff. And at that point, my focus was on the fish farming because I actually believed that that was my own business. This, my own thing mentality of an average, Nigerian. And, so
Yes, you don't want
I was
to
putting
build
all
other
my
people's
energy.
business.
I didn't want to build other people's business. So, and when I was being
Mm,
prospected by SD, and I was like, if things weren't going too well with me, and I just thought to
mm,
myself, like, if I don't take this step, if I don't take this opportunity seriously, if I don't sign up, nothing will change. But if I sign up into this, something may change. And that was,
mm,
after SD Manuel followed me up very closely. So I went to Ajanaku, which happens to be the former head office of Longrich, around Ekwere, and I did my
mm.
registration. In fact, I did my registration almost the same period as the three Manuel did his own registration. So we're supposed to start at the same time, but I just went to sleep for, after getting my products, I went back and I started doing selling. SD was always calling me that it's not selling, it's not selling. You have to, but I didn't know. So we were just selling a product, and he was trying to call me to come. This is about building a business and all of that, but I didn't understand the concept because the concept was quite strange and new. It was something I've not seen before. It's something I don't know how it works. So, but I
Mm,
needed a level of calm down to I needed to, really cool down and look at it. But not until things began to happen the way I didn't want it to happen. The fish farming collapsed after some months. I was frustrated. But even between this period of time, I was always getting little money from Longrich. And this was because the fact that after I was signed up, I think SD put about two or three people under me, and I got little money coming in into my account. And every time I see this alert, though they were very little then, I get so excited, and I'm always very excited about it. And I look at, but I wasn't seeing it still, even with the little money. Unlike me, that I'm very good in seeing opportunities. I couldn't see this one, because I tell people that the devil has a way of preventing us from achieving our purpose in life. You can be very smart, and the thing that will change your life will just be at your doorstep. You won't even recognize it. So until the fish farming went off and things went so bad that the pressure of existence became so high, I needed to do anything to survive. And that was when I saw SD picked up a brand new car in 2015, and I began to think, because I was into real estate, and they called upon me that I should help him get an apartment somewhere in Bagada. And this was a man who was staying in Fadeyi, and because he was duped trying to get an apartment around Anthony. So he called me in confidence that I should help him get an apartment in Bagada. And when I searched for the apartment, and I told him these are the rates, about this is 1.5 a year and thereabouts, because I know him where he was staying. He was staying in somewhere he was struggling to pay about 200K. So I started thinking, what kind of business is this guy doing that can make him move from somewhere paying 200K to 1.5 to a better
I need to
serene
get that
environment?
back.
So that's actually
The network
what
should
me,
allow us.
began to grab my interest. And so when I saw the change, a brand new car, I saw somebody moving from living in a ghetto into a serene environment where you have real human beings, where you have real
Oh,
people living. And
so those people in the ghetto are not real.
what I'm
They will
saying
come,
is,
they will
what I'm
come after you, Daniel. SD,
what I'm
SD
saying is,
Daniel.
it's a different world.
It's a
But
different world.
you know, so that challenge, because I was also staying in an environment like that too. I was staying in somewhere I was struggling, far place in Ikorodu, a place
Ah,
where some of my friends would say I was kidnapped. I was kidnapped there because they can't believe that a boy that grew up in Surulere can never live in that kind of place. A place that is so deserted. I don't have friends come to check me because the distance is like from Lagos to Warri. It's far, So so that drove my interest, and I began to have, flair, and I started doing little research about network marketing. And what I saw was profounding. I was like, I blamed myself for. In fact, I just began to blame my network of people. Like none of them ever, not everybody I know, none of them had ever talked about network marketing. And from that moment, I became serious in 2016. Very, very serious in 2016.
Wow, wow. I like this part. This is superb. So look at your daddy. Look at what your father. He said, SD3 Emmanuel said, I am blushing here. It is nice seeing SD down on stage. Seeing someone who you introduce into the business on stage is very exciting. So I would say this is real change. Michael Kalu. So this is real change. Now, you joined a business that can give you millions, but because you feel, maybe you were feeling that this like what you said, you're not sure if this business is giving that kind of money you wanted. You went cold. 2014, 2015. It was in 2015 when you saw the person who registered you as the Emmanuel making wave, left his former place to a real place where there are real people, according to you. Before your eyes now started opening. How can you how can you have how can you be close to a river and there is soap in your eye?
It doesn't make sense.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's what many people are passing through in our business. They have business, they still look for business.
Oh yeah.
Are you seeing it?
True.
They have a business
True.
in their hand that will give them millions. They are still looking for business today.
True. True.
Now, tell us now, when you now saw, as the Manuel says, this is too much analysis leads to paralysis. So when you now saw the changes in the person who registered you as the man, you now saw the changes. You now decided to take your business serious.
Yeah.
What did you not do? Because you said you went online now. You were not searching about network marketing. You now understood what network marketing. You started even blaming others. Why is it that they didn't tell you well your network? You know, you were involved in sales instead of doing the business,
Yeah.
recruiting people into the business. So tell us, how did you now started doing your business? What are the steps? What are the things you started doing to get you to where you are? You give us a journey from pre-diamond to diamond to star director. Give us a journey.
Okay. Actually, after I was done with my research and I realized that it was worth it. I checked the perimeters. I checked the stories of other successful persons who started from nothing and growing up to the top in this industry. And so I called my wife and I told her that we're going to do this. And whatever it takes, I was willing and I was ready to learn everything that I need to, learn to get to where I want to be. So I called Ekwere SD and I told him, I said, because at some point it was one, when he just signed up with in 2014, it was always pushing me, let's do this and let's do that. So when I came back in 2016, he was already a big boy. So I knew that from the ongoing, if I have to do this business, I have to take 100% responsibility because there will be times that he can't help me because already I've passed that stage.
Yeah.
So I knew that if I
Yeah.
have to succeed, then it has to be me. If I have to fail, it has to be me. So what I did was to start attending seminars, and even when I started, I didn't understand what PV was. I was already in the business. I kept hearing Mrs. Ibiok when I ever come to a Jolegba office. They talk about PV. I never knew anything about it, but I started learning. Everyone keeps talking about PV, but I didn't know, even despite the fact that I started. So I met some guys who were always presenting, and I started watching the way successful people were doing it. I saw the way Ezzy was doing it. He was the one presenting the business. So I saw the way he was presenting it. It made a lot of sense to me. So I knew that if I can just become this guy, that I can also, make waves and I can also succeed. So I went on in personal development. I started reading books. I read books from Ekwere. I read books from Robert Kiyosaki, a lot of books, and I started developing myself at that very low rank. As a Diamond 2, I was already taking leadership. I was always at the forefront because
Mm,
already my upline was at success. So I wasn't looking for an upline. So the idea came to me that I need to look for team members that I could work with, because I've grown myself so we're also hungry for success. And my story is a little shaky because at that point I started this business. I didn't have anything. Like I was at the zero level of my life. So one of the strategies I did
mm,
because I knew that the only way to be successful here was to stay 100% focused. I didn't wanted an alternative source of income.
mm,
So I saw it as a business. I gave the mindset that
mm,
every day when I wake up, I resume my business for 9 o'clock, and I'm going to close whenever I'm going to close. I could do overtime. I could work overtime. I don't really care. And I reduced. So I called my wife and I said we're going to reduce our expenses. So I can still remember cutting down our feeding to about 500 naira, a pot of soup. You can imagine as of 2016. So she just made okra, and that was what we're
500
eating
naira
for
bottle
lunch.
of soup.
Yeah, yeah, 500 a pot of soup. A mini pot of soup. I won't call that a pot of soup. It's a mini pot of soup
Mm,
where you have okra and panla inside. So, but we
mm,
had to keep moving. I took my boy out of the school he was going to. I put him in a very cheap school that I know that there is no how I'm not going to beg anyone. So I started
mm.
facing it. So I faced a lot of rejection, because I didn't have testimonies. I was always sharing testimony of other successful people, and it was quite challenging. Every time you go out to talk to people and they tell you that it's not going to work, that okay, if you say this
Yeah,
business is good, you're preaching financial freedom, then you're looking financially sick. You don't have money, you don't have a car, you don't have the packaging, you don't have
preaching
tools and
financial
everything.
freedom, looking financially sick. Mm,
So I
that's strong.
was, I kept telling myself in my heart that everybody who has testimonies on this platform weren't born with those testimonies. They grew their
True.
testimony. So I knew I was in the process of, actually making my own testimony. So I was like, I had this art that I didn't have clothes to even wear for seminars. I still remember putting on, my brother wears 44 and I'm on like 42 and a half. So I put on my brother's shoes most of the time. I don't really care. I put on some chinos and some shirts who's faded up, but I'm going to iron it, starch it, make it look I just try. I didn't allow my situation to overwhelm me. Things weren't going too smooth in my life. But so I started building, created a chat room, put some people there, you train them, they are not responding, you share posts, you share other people's achievements. After like 6 months, some persons come back to tell you that you've been sharing other people's achievement. What about your own achievement? But I was just angry my faith. They say you keep talking about the state, but I wasn't losing faith. But I kept pushing, the next rank Diamond 3. It wasn't easy getting to Diamond 3. It was a lot of hard work. And Diamond 4, we got to Diamond 4. I was like, how are we going to get Diamond 5? 75,000 PV. It's a whole lot. But you see,
Mm,
I just keep telling myself that this journey is like saving money in a small box. You keep saving little, little money for the whole year. You drop in 5 naira, 10 naira, 3 naira, 100 naira. After 12 months, you open it and you see a lot of money. And sometimes you become you're shocked because you won't believe that those simple and little effort can produce this magnitude. So, and that was what happened. And before you know it, I got to Diamond 5. And from Diamond 5, I already qualified for my first car in 2018. And before qualifying for the first car in 2018, it was quite challenging because it was looking almost impossible. Two of my legs
mm,
were not really moving very well. The PV were so slow. We're crawling like snail. The earning wasn't really good. I still remember in 2017 when I had to travel to Port Harcourt because we had a team member there, and to go do something, and I left Lagos with about 7,000 naira. After paying the fare to Port Harcourt, I didn't have any other money apart from 200 naira. So on my way to Port Harcourt, the only thing I could afford was water, and I got to Port Harcourt and I got disappointed. The thing didn't go the way I expect. I had to wait for the next Thursday for Longrich to make payment, for me to be able to come back again. So the journey was, and we came back, and that very same year, 2017, 2018, I qualified for my first car phone, which is about 2 points. I was about 2.8 or so, 2.4 thereabout, and that began to change the perception of some persons who were actually looking down at me, because a lot of people looked down at me, and a lot of people thought, some persons told me that my shoe was going to bar Bobby Brown, that I'm going to trek, because I actually trekked. I didn't give myself any excuse. I didn't have any luxury to do the business. I didn't have nobody to leverage on. And one thing happened also that was quite challenging for me. When I moved out of Ikorodu to Ikot, I moved to Ikotun, and the apartment I rented, I had a serious issue with the former tenant. The former tenant was staying in the United States, and when she traveled to the United States, asked them to rent the apartment out, and so I rented a particular apartment. And after renting that particular apartment, the guys sold some of our properties. The guy she left in the house. So the case got me involved. So at that point, I was always struggling to build a business and also having a police case. That was my most challenging moment. This thing was lasting for over 2 months. I didn't know how to resolve it. So when she came back to Nigeria, she took me to the station with other guys. I didn't have any case, but she was angry at me. She paid the police. They were oppressing, keep disturbing me. I'm trying to bring something out here, what network marketing can do. So at that point, I was just looking up to God, like, where will the help come from? And in this country, if you don't have connect, if you don't know people, then you can be in serious, So at that point, after like 2 months, God actually used SD's connection in the network marketing industry, in the Longrich family. Just a phone call, solved that problem. And for me, I became more grateful, because if I'd not become a part of network marketing, if I'd not become a part of this amazing family, I wonder how or where that issue would have taken us to. And I tell people for free that the reason why you struggle is because your father didn't have a network. So it's beyond money. The industry allows you to connect with amazing people who are sophisticated, people who are solid people in the society. And because of it's a family thing, I got out of that particular case, and the business started growing. After then, it was like some persons will ask you, Dan, is this the only thing you do? I get angry, like, is it not worth doing? Like, this is the only thing I do. I don't do any other thing. I'm 100% focused on it. And my heart, my spirit. And Mr. Charles, do you know just the way you pray for every other thing? So many nights we have to do videos. I pray for like 2 hours every night for this business. I still remember when we still have to, we tell the business we're expanding to America, to Europe. We pray for like 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours in midnight every day. So when I wake up in the morning, people are like, are you? I said, this is the only thing I do. I believe so much in it because it gives value. And the business there, it started growing, second car, third car, trips, and I became a Diamond 7. Now moving to Star Director was quite another milestone.
When did you become Diamond 7?
I became Diamond 7. I became Diamond 7. That should be late 2019.
2019.
Late 2019.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That I can remember. Yes. Wow.
I was at your event. Yeah, your SC event.
Yes.
Celebration at Akaba.
Yes.
Yeah, so I became Diamond 7 late that year. And moving to Star Director was quite not easy.
Another one.
But
the PV
people like you, when I look at people like you who came up and shot the stage in 9 months, you guys made it look as if we don't know how to walk at all. I'm like, man, Who brought this man into this industry? uh, but you see, well, I was so impressed by what you did, but what I did was I said, God, that if this man can do it in a short time, I would do anyhow. We'll get there. So we kept hanging in, and God made it happen this year. So for me, yeah, and that's the short story about my journey.
Yeah, I like the way you just narrated the story, because it really helped a lot of people who feel they're not having success yet in their business, and I've had team members quit their business. I've had team members quit their business because people don't believe that people quit this business, and that I also experienced that. And I say, Charles, at your level, people still quit the business. I say it's part of the process. It's part of the
Yeah,
process. People quit unnecessarily. I don't know. So, according to Jim Rohn, Jim Rohn said you don't need to ask about it. You don't need to make inquiry about it. It's part of life. When he was teaching about the parable of the sower, you
yeah,
don't ask what happened to them. It's part of it. If people quit, so people 2014, 15, 16,
yeah,
17, 18 was when you got your first car.
yeah.
Why is it that you didn't quit when there was no result yet? 5 years?
Honest, honestly, the truth is that I've seen what I think before network marketing. I've been this person who's been hungry for success, but the
Hmm.
only thing I didn't have was a platform. And I carry that hunger into anything I do. And there is nothing I've done that I've failed before. I've never failed in anything.
Yeah,
I understand the principle of time. Like I keep telling people, I say, if you say you're not, you're not going to take this business right, or you're not going to be serious with your life, or if you think that we that are into this industry are foolish, it's only time that will tell. Only time. So I believe so much in time, in as much that I have I have this belief in the system. I know it is legitimate, it is real, and I know the
mm-hmm.
impact it is doing for humanity. I'm going to hold on. See, my time will come. Your time will come.
So your belief helped
Yeah,
you.
my belief. Yeah, so I stay. If it's going to rain, I will be there. If it's going to be sunny, I'm going to stay there. If everybody's going to leave, I'm going to remain there. If everybody's
Mm.
going to quit, I'm going to stay there. Because I know that it will happen. I don't know. I know 100% that it
And
will
that's the
happen.
truth.
It has happened.
That's the
Yeah,
truth.
it has happened for you, boss. It has happened for a lot of
That's the
people. So
truth.
why won't it happen for me? But
That's the
if
truth.
because I believe that every enviable success has a price tag. Every enviable
True.
success. If you want to be like Charles
Mm.
Tambou, then there's a price to pay. If you want to be like him, if you want to have his achievement, then you have to do what he has done. I mean, so it's
Mm.
simple. So and
That's the truth. And I love it. I love stories like this, because when people see how we moved, they want to be like us. I said, come guys, you are not me. You are you. Everybody is,
yeah,
yeah, they have their own energy, time, fine, success, loss, speed. But the truth is, if you jump the process, you come back to the process. So
oh yeah,
why don't you build your business? I believe in building. I believe in building. I believe in leadership. I believe in trainings. And I
sure,
see you have an edge in that. So first of all, believe in what you're doing.
sure,
When you believe in what you're doing so strong that nobody can take you away from it, even when there are storms in the company, you don't leave, you will surely
yeah,
become successful. And that is what I discover about you now. That is for you to stay, for you to stick to what you're doing and stay, get to where you are, is amazing. So can you tell new ones who are joining us now, what do you think they need to do when they join this business?
okay. I think the first thing you need to do is to have a mind shift. You need to remove that entitlement mentality, and you also need to crash the salary mindset. You need to. think like Bill Gates. You need to think like Mark Zuckerberg. You need to think like Femi Otedola. You need to think like Dangote. So when you can crash that out and know that you're starting a process of a lifetime, and the first thing you must focus on is trying to be better than everybody in the industry, not in terms of money, but in personality. You must try to be better than everybody. You look at the successful people and tell yourself, because people don't just become successful, it is because they added value to themselves.
True.
And so you must decide to be valuable in the industry. So if you need to put your focus on the right thing. Don't focus on the money. Don't focus on other people. Tambou has been there for a long time. Even before he came into Longrich platform, he's paid his price. He's done so many stops. And and if you come in and have a break in 12 months, in 9 months, it's not an accident. He's paid some dues you don't even know. You don't even know how he started network marketing. You don't know how long it's been there. So don't focus on that, because when you begin to focus on people and you want to be like them overnight, then you begin to fail from the beginning. You must focus first on yourself, becoming just the best that you can, and deciding to affect the world. Wanting your name to be on the Hall of Fame. It's most important. Money, because money will always follow value. When you become valuable, money will follow you. So I want to give you that advice. And for you, who is already in the business and you're thinking that there are so many challenges, don't have that kind of behavior. Because if you have that kind of behavior, it shows that you are not a part of the business. When you sign up to becoming a part of the company. You own a part in the company. You understand? So if your company is having one or two challenges, does that mean you're going to shut down? No. You must first look at the company's integrity and the key things that the company represents. They are intact. It's just whatever stumbling you're seeing, it's normal. There's nowhere. It's just like marriage. You want to leave one marriage to another because of some challenges. You're still going to face challenges wherever you want to go. So stick to it, develop yourself, decide to be the best, and I tell you, money will follow you.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's the truth. That's the truth. So I want to ask you, do you? I know you had some challenges when you built to where you are. Can you share with us some of your challenges? You shared some of them, but let's hear from what are the challenges you went through, because some people a little challenge put them off.
Okay, I think I was in Diamond. I was already in Diamond 4. And as you all know, that building something and it's not really easy. My income wasn't really good. My income was far lesser than what can take care of my monthly expenses. So, but thank God I've already developed myself that I could be presenting the business for other team members, and I get some 5K, 3K. Because basically my focus wasn't money. My focus was just sustain family and keep moving while you develop. So it was quite challenging for me to have gone through that phase. And there was a time my phone went bad. I was managing the team, and my phone now went bad, and I couldn't buy a phone. So I called Tolu. Tolu just qualified for the car fund as my very good pal in the real estate industry. And I called him. I told him, and I called Topway. Topway's in the US now. And I said, you guys have to manage this team for now. I don't know when I'm going to fix this phone, but I can't let my team members know what I was going through, because I'm like a father. I'm like the general, so everybody's looking up to me. So it took me a while, and it was until I got a presentation job somewhere. After like 2 months, I was able to buy a phone. It was quite challenging. I was going to go mad, but my focus was straight. And another challenge was that when we, having the team members. Now, after you've grown them to understand what you're doing, it was quite challenging, for them to see the focus. Because, when you bring somebody in, you want to train them, you want to teach them, you want to nurture them, you want to ensure that they see what you're seeing. So every time, what we do in order to do that is like you're holding their edge straight. You're putting their edge straight this way for them to be focused. And, most times because they don't believe in the system yet, they keep doing like this. They keep turning. So you have to redirect it again. So that was quite challenging. Try to keep everybody focused on the goal. It was quite challenging. For me, it was quite challenging. And then another challenge again was that staying too long in particular rank. Ah, that one there is like being a grandfather. You get to for me. So staying too long in a rank was always giving me problems. Because I'm restless, I'm not okay, you just want to move, you're doing everything, and it seems you're not moving. But I keep telling people, and I used to
You were
tell myself
stuck.
that,
You
yeah,
had
you're
stuck.
stuck. Yeah. So but I keep telling myself, and I will tell you also that for every moves you make, you're making progress. It may not be physical, yes.
Yes.
It may not be
Yes.
physical, but for everything you attempt, you're making progress. And that's why I keep telling myself, and so Mr. Charles, challenge is not the finish, but those are few that I can, remember for
So
now.
when you were stuck, well, we have people who are stuck in the business. What advice do you have for them?
Okay, well, if you're stuck in the business, sometimes you may need to relax yourself, just calm down, and just take a break, take a break. You could take a break for maybe for 2 weeks. Go back to your drawing board, go back to the picture you saw before starting it, your big why, and put yourself 5 years from now. If you don't achieve this thing, with your life, how will your life be 5 years from now if you can't achieve this thing? Go talk to yourself, talk to God about it, tell God, listen to motivational messages, read books. And I'm telling you, if you go through this process, it happened to me. It happened to me that I stopped the business for 30 days. Actually, because at that point, after I came back from Port Harcourt, going back to my story, when I traveled to Port Harcourt and I got disappointed because the aim was to get points for the car, and it didn't even work. That was the first time I met 3SC Alma, you know, in 2017. So when I came back from that trip, and I was so down. I didn't believe again in myself. I was scared about going out for presentations and all of that. But I
So,
went
so,
back to
so
God.
you didn't qualify for that car because of the
No,
points?
I qualified. It was a year I qualified. It was after the challenge I now qualified. You don't
Oh
get it.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
after
Got
I came back and I revived myself. And after 30 days, I prayed. I found myself, and I started looking at the picture I saw before starting the journey. And that very year, I qualified for my first car,
Wow.
and the breakthrough came, and also a trip to travel to the United States of America.
Wow. Did you travel or you collected the money?
I collected the money. I was broke, oh, bros. Bros, so who they blow that time there? 2 slots, 2 million. Oh boy, I don't go anywhere. 7 days, I'm not a go.
Well, I get it. I get the memo. So now looking back to where you got started now, to where you are now, what are you grateful for? What are the things you have achieved in this business?
Okay. Number one, I'm grateful to God Almighty who has given me an amazing, amazing team. Um, there is no bigger blessing than having people in your team who understand the vision, who understands me, who can always call me when I'm going wrong and tell me, I get back to my path. People who look out for me, people who share the same ideology with me, and people who believe in me so much, and people who were working tirelessly to ensure that I move to, I keep making progress. I'm grateful to God Almighty for those amazing family who become family. I'm also grateful to God for my own family. Um, you know, I grew up in a one-room apartment, and somewhere in Surulere. I've always admired the children of the very rich people, the way their parents take them to school and all of that. That has been my dream, to be the kind of father to my children, that will make them proud and happy. Not that kind of father that when you're going to school to check your children, they will run away from school. They will hide. They don't want to be identified with that kind of father. So I've always wanted to be that kind of father. And I'm grateful to God that I'm actually becoming that kind of father. I've been able to move from where I used to stay to a very confined estate. I live in an estate now. where my neighbors are very wonderful people, beautiful people, environment that doesn't have gutter. I hate gutter. Where mosquito breeds, everything is underground, and
mm,
I live life. I have almost 24 hours power supply in my house, courtesy of this
mm,
business. Now
mm,
from um, from being a real estate consultant to being an investor. Now I have properties that I've acquired in the course of this business, and so I see my future so bright. I'm grateful to God Almighty that has also helped me to be impactful, because I keep telling a lot of people, if it were just to be me alone, just me, if I wanted to live a life of only me, I would not do network marketing. I would have settled for a paycheck job. But because I wanted my life to be a life of impact, so that every other person I can have impact, and that's why I decided to, pick this journey, because it has allowed me to give hope to the hopeless. It has allowed me to also help people who have big dreams to work in ensuring that their dreams come true. So for me, I'm grateful to God Almighty for all of this.
whoa, wow, wow. This is great. I love this. How many cars have you qualified for in this business?
3 cars.
3 cars. What
Yeah.
about trips? How many trips?
5 trips.
5 trips. And the Obodo you go in the USO. The USO.
Yeah.
Man, guys, are you in this business? You have spent so much time in this business. You feel you are the only one struggling, and you don't you feel stuck in your business. This is really an example for you to follow. You want to really pay attention to this video and see one or two things you can learn from it. There's nothing wrong when you retreat and come back again and start doing your business. You need to feel yourself. You need to re-examine yourself. I know before I joined Longrich, I was in that moment where I had to, move out of everything I know I was into then. I was alone, alone. I stopped the businesses, I stopped my work. I didn't go back to my workplace till now. I didn't go back.
Wow.
I didn't. I immediately. I didn't. I've not even started seeing money. I've not joined Longrich before I even resigned, because I've seen the lights in Longrich, and I just put off. I didn't go back.
Hmm.
It was someone else that is doing all the stuff for my retirement. So guys, I is really a touching story, and we are super
Story,
grateful that
and
you
we are
didn't give up.
super
You
grateful
didn't
that
give up.
you give up.
You
Didn't give
shared.
up.
We are here
You
now
shared.
sharing this
We are
moment
here
with
now
many of
sharing this
us.
with many of
Why is
us.
he echoing?
Here going.
So we are now sharing this story, and many people I know, I believe you have really inspired many people. I can see the comments. People are inspired. So if you have any questions, let's take 3 questions for Daniel. If you have any question for SD Daniel, drop it in the comments. We are taking 3 questions. What are the 3 questions you have for him? Drop it in the comments quickly because of time. Quickly. When you are, what quick 3 questions do you have for SD Daniel? Be fast. Be fast. I know I'm seeing all your thank you messages. Thank you for thanking us. Be fast. What are your 3 questions you have? Uh, Jeremiah says is seriously inspired. Inspired. I'm seriously inspired. Thank you. Okay. Now, SD Daniel, what's your exciting moment in Longrich? That's the question I'm seeing here. By divine
By
strategy.
divine strategy. Okay. Wow. I think one of my most exciting moments in Longrich, and because the company just keep blowing me up, was when they qualified for China trip, and we're supposed to go with Emirates, and they were supposed to go with Emirates. I didn't go for that trip, but my friend Topwell was going for that trip, and I think something happened, and they choose to board a lower airline. I forgot the name of the country's airline, and was it Kenya? I forgotten the name of that particular airline. So Longrich now decided to give everybody $300.
Wow.
Back. Like, we're supposed to fly you guys on this particular airline, which is, much expensive. And because we're not going with that airline, something happened. So they had to reimburse everyone with $300. And for me, there's nothing as transparent as that. I've not seen that in Nigeria happen. Some persons would have taken that money and, bought a Range Rover Sports or built a house in Banana Island. I will all be ailing in. But for me, that genuinity. And also, my exciting moments are every Thursday. And nothing feels good like any residual income, Every Thursday, I'm so excited. Nothing feels good like you build something that gives you money even when you're sleeping. You build something like, that is like forever, and it keeps getting better. I'm always very excited on Thursdays. Very, very excited. Weekends are sweet, are very sweet. And in Lagos, weekend is always very sweet in Lagos. When you have money, yeah.
Now the next question is, how long did it take you to move from Diamond 7 to SD? I have DBC asking this question.
Well, if I calculate by months, late 2019, I became Diamond 7, and to the end of, it took me about maybe about 15 months. Thereabout, yeah. Wow. It was a long wait, and it was quite heavy on me. At the point people were calling me FSD, ASD, DPO, ASP, PSP, all the first names. I got tired with those names.
So the next one is, having rejected 3SD Emmanuel on several occasions, how do you now manage rejection from prospects?
Okay, I think rejection is our body cream. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I say to myself before going out is, reject me, I love it. Reject me, I love it. So I bait with rejection, I cream with rejection. The truth is, but I have this mindset that I'm far better than an average person who doesn't understand this industry. So even the person who's rejecting me, I know deep inside myself that I'm better than him or her because of why the information I have. And that was what carried me through the process of building this business. Even when I didn't have money, even when I didn't have results, I knew I was better than the people I was talking to because information is key. The value I have at hand, is wealth. And don't forget, we live in information world. So rejection is nothing. It's nothing. It's something like I've gotten used to. I've gotten used to.
Wow. Fantastic. So I want to ask you, you talk about what books will you recommend for people?
Okay. The Bible for network marketing. One of the books that opened my eyes was the book by Ekwere, GoPro, and also this book, Business of the 21st Century. I'll also recommend Business of the 21st Century for network marketing generally. Then, yeah, that's a GoPro. Then, if you're in this particular, in Longrich, I will also recommend Disruption. And because why? The reason why I'm recommending Disruption is a book written by somebody who is experienced in this process. Every company has their uniqueness. The network marketing industry is a huge industry, but company varies. Somebody who has gone through the process of this particular company and what they've been able to do to grow to where they are, I'll recommend the book written by Tambou, Disruption, and that's the book. Written by Tambou, Disrupt. If you've not read that book,
so many books.
So many books, yeah. And also another one written. Yeah, we have so many books you can get from most of the top leaders. I love the leaders, 4SD, 3SD, writing books, the futuristic, and all of those people who have written books in the industry. Their books are essential for your growth in this industry because they have a story that will take you through the Longrich business, what they've been through, and how they were able to conquer, in this particular company.
Thank you very much
Thank you very much
for
for
all you've done
what
for
you've
us,
done for us.
and thank you for sharing your success story with us. We are really grateful. Guys, this is where we want to draw the curtain. But before we draw the curtain, we have some announcement I want to make to you guys. June, there is a training by Ekwere's wife coming up. Let me check the dates before. It's a free training, free training for some of us who don't like paying money for training. Huh? You can attend that training. So Charles not come again. We have great leaders who will be coming up for that training. So I think it's coming up May 14th to 16th. Marina Worry is gathering titans in the profession, titans, and she's gathering them. And on May 14th to 16th, she will be having the training. So go register. Go to Ekwere's page. You will see the announcement there. Go and register for that training. Then there is another training coming up June 4th to 6th. I am privileged to be one of the speakers in that training, and it's a training you need to pay for. It's $35. $35. If you look at the screen now, you see all the speakers, over 30 of them. Over. All the speakers you are seeing here, some of them earn over $1 million every month. $1 million is over 400 to 500 million naira now. So if you see, these are many of my mentors are here, and I'm privileged to be among them speaking in this event, come 4th to 6th. So if you are interested in this training, just inbox me link. Inbox me link. I will send you the link on how you can register. I'll send you the link on how you can register. So if you want to get the Disrupt book, just inbox me Disrupt. The book is 5,000 naira now, and the workbook, it comes with a workbook. The workbook, 30 days workbook. This workbook, every day, what you need to do for 31 days is here. So it comes with it, and it's going for 7,000 naira for both the workbook, 2,000 naira, 5,000 for both the workbook. But I will do something this week, only this week. That is, today is Wednesday, because of Daniel, and is one of our best trainer. Instead of 7,000 naira, between now and Sunday, if you pay 5,000 naira, you get both the book and workbook. You might not, depending on your location, you might not pay for Weibi because you can go straight. I have it in Lagos. I have it in Uyo now. I have it in Abuja. I have it in Ekwere. So depending on let's see your location. So if you need it, just inbox me between now and Sunday. After Sunday, don't call me. Don't shut me up, please. If I'm giving out 2,000 naira out of it, 5,000 naira for both the book and the workbook. Between now and Sunday, you can inbox me to get it. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you got value. Drop some fire emoji in the comments if you got so much value, and keep sharing this video. Keep sharing, and as the Daniel, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.